the commentators being like worshiping Deion Sanders and his entourage that he had in the sideline. Like, that's worse than Taylor Swift. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, Thad, I've got no problem with announcers, like having fun. And I always think how I would do it as a play-by-play guy, which is something I've thought about doing before. And I would have fun. I would want to have fun. But you still have to stay objective. And we've seen this with Colorado. I saw this a lot with Nick Saban teams in Alabama, if we're going to be honest. It's like the commentators are rooting for him. I used to watch Gary Danielson and them on CBS, and they were rooting for Alabama. Like Vern Lundquist and Gary Danielson were rooting for Alabama in those games. Whenever Colorado's on, and Gus Johnson or somebody has the call, I don't know who was on it that night because I was watching it in the 4-box, they root for him. They actively root for him. Your job is not to root for somebody. You can point out how cool something is, or you can point out where this guy is, but your job, it's the same problem we have with news in the media. It's not really just, there's nothing in the middle about it. Like, it's either one side or the other, right? So to me, when I turn on the game, I want the play-by-play guy and the color commentator to be down the line telling me what's going on in the game, bring up something cool. Hey, the mascot from Georgia, just took a dump on the sidelines. That's hilarious.
Oh, no.
Or Harry Styles going down the hill at App State. That's great. But they actively root for these guys, which means they are rooting against the other team. That's not your job. That's why they have announcers that belong to the school, where if you want to hear that, you link up to the radio broadcast of your guy that can complain about the referees or talk about how cool it is for Deion Sanders to be the coach there. We just kind of jumped the shark. I think they let too many people be broadcast.
This is not the glazing for Deion's been that way since he got to Colorado. He hadn't won anything at Colorado, which blows my mind. But you see this everywhere, man. Like, anytime the Chiefs are on and Chris Collinsworth is calling the game, Patrick Mahomes can throw a 4-yard out route, and you think he just cured cancer. So, like, this is a lot more than it's just, it blows my mind. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I watched this football game. They were basically rooting for Colorado to win.
Yeah, that's not your job. Like that's not your job at all. And you don't have to oversell Deion Sanders. I see him on every commercial. Like, everywhere I look, he's probably gonna be out by my car when I walk out here earlier, somehow, in some shape, form, or fashion. But again, it's bad. I think a lot of the commentating has gotten really bad. Really bad. I mean, I could sit on here. We're all a fan of somebody. David, you played at Michigan. I'm from Auburn. Went to South Alabama.
If they put me on Auburn broadcast, I'd go and talk about how bad we are.
Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. But it's like they're scared. Maybe they are.
That was a great game, though, Kansas State, Colorado.
Phenomenal.
Dude, Colorado, say what you want about Colorado. They play great games.
Yeah.
They're fascinating games.
Check on Joe Klatt since Colorado left a loss. I don't know how he's doing.
He's I don't know who glazed him harder, RG3 eating that croissant or Joe Klatt when he watches a Colorado game.
Thanks for calling, man.
Well,
Great call. Appreciate it, brother.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Do us a favor. A lot of y'all been subscribing. We appreciate that. We love y'all. We feel y'all. It's real. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and keep sharing the show.